Hello everyone, welcome to Lukmaan IS. Today we are going to have the Hindu analysis of 19th June 2022. See which are the important articles. Yes, largely they relate to our prelims examination. So briefly we'll go through them and in the end we'll solve some MCQs on the basis of these articles. So look at the first article. I will give just brief background of these articles, how they relate to our examination. So how marine heat wave fueled super cyclone Amphan. So from geography perspective it is important. On science and technology page this article is written, and this article explains what is marine heat wave, how global warming is further resulting into marine heat waves, which is further resulting into more and more tropical cyclones or strong tropical cyclones in Indian Ocean region. And super cyclone Amphan was one of the reason for this. There is comparison given between cyclone Amphan and the earlier cyclone Fani, and the comparison suggests that the marine heat wave was present during the cyclone Amphan, and that's why it was super cyclone. It got intensified a lot in less amount of time. Then there is one article talking about Black Sea on page number 13. So about Black Sea, Bosphorus and Dardanelles Strait that are there in that Black Sea region, and Montreux Convention of 1936. What is the subject matter of this convention? As Ukraine-Russia war is going on, Black Sea and surrounding nations, they are always in news. That's why this article is written, the history of Black Sea region, and from geography perspective we should know about the Black Sea and these straits. So we will locate them on the map. Then government tax information technology assets of ICICI Bank as critical infrastructure. There was one question in prelims examination which was said that which of the following, the critical infrastructure or critical information infrastructure relates to which of the following? It relates to cyber security. Okay, so our national policy on cyber security says that the identification of critical infrastructure and critical information infrastructure and protecting it is part of our cyber security program. So some of the private sector banks, including this ICICI Bank, IT assets of this bank are declared as critical infrastructure. They will be further protected. Then Prime Minister recently inaugurated Mahakali temple in Gujarat. Okay, so we will see the history of this Mahakali temple last year or this year prelims examination 2022. Two such questions were asked directly giving context that Prime Minister inaugurated Somnath temple, revamped Somnath temple. Prime Minister inaugurated one Ramanujan temple in Telangana. So such kind of questions are asked from art and culture perspective. Here recently Prime Minister inaugurated this Mahakali temple, architecture and geography, location, what is this Pavagad Hills, Champaner Pavagad, we can say archaeological park as a part of UNESCO World Heritage Site is there. ये सारी चीज़ें हमें important है exam से prelims से related. Then Amrit Sarovar mission as a part of celebration of 75 years of independence. The government announced that there will be Amrit Sarovar mission, there will be rejuvenation of water bodies, different water bodies in the country. So from that aspect this article is there, Amrit Sarovar mission. Tunisians oppose constitution referendum. So Tunisian government actually had proposed the constitution referendum which increases the powers of president there. So that's why the people of Tunisia has opposed this referendum. That's why it was in news. Geography of Tunisia and the other Mediterranean nation, how they are located. So Mediterranean Sea, almost every year UPSC asks one question. This year they asked related to a particular region. What is that region? The Eastern Mediterranean Sea region. The Eastern Mediterranean Sea region. So that was asked in this year's prelims examination. So you should be knowing about the location of all these countries. Then Prime Minister launches slew of projects in Gujarat. We know that Gujarat elections are going to happen, and because of that such projects are being inaugurated by the central government. So from miscellaneous perspective you should be aware about that. Okay, let us go in detail about all these articles. First, how marine heat wave fueled super cyclone Amphan. Okay, so yes, you can see that the marine heat wave, what is marine heat wave, first of all let us understand that. Okay, so there are global warming, or the overall global temperatures of the atmosphere are increasing due to increase in greenhouse gases, and because of that the atmospheric temperatures are being absorbed, or that heat is being absorbed by the ocean. Oceans are also getting warmer, and more than 90% of extra heat that has been trapped in the climate system has been absorbed by the oceans since 1970. Due to this, oceans are warming globally from surface to the deeper depths. The warming of the ocean has severe consequences such as increasing intensity and frequency of extreme events, rising sea level, melting of glaciers, changing weather patterns across the globe. One of the aspect is increasing the intensity of tropical cyclones. Okay, so due to global warming, tropical Indian Ocean at the surface is warming at the faster rate as compared to rest of the global ocean. This aspect you should know, you should write this in your answer whenever it is related to marine heat wave. Now, the high sea surface temperatures are more susceptible to generate extreme temperature conditions that persist over the days to months and are termed as marine heat waves. तो marine heat waves क्या होता है, लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए जो हाई टेम्परेचर रहता है सरफेस वाटर का, उसको marine heat waves बोला गया है. This intense warming of the ocean due to marine heat waves has severe socio-economic consequences such as fish mortality, fish die because of higher temperatures, coral bleaching happens because of higher temperatures, and also the potential to interact and modify other extreme events such as tropical cyclones. Okay, so this aspect you should know. Bay of Bengal exhibits high sea surface temperatures about 28 degrees Celsius throughout the year and is more prone to tropical cyclones. Very traditional mains related questions, why Bay of Bengal have more tropical cyclones as compared to Arabian Sea. One of the major reason is higher temperature due to enclosed nature of Bay of Bengal. So there will be more, we can say, heat transfer from the land to the ocean, that's why higher temperatures. The Bay of Bengal is home to about 5 to 7% of total number of tropical cyclones occurring globally each year. This fact can be mentioned in the answer whenever question is related to tropical cyclone. Amphan was first super cyclone in the Bay of Bengal in last 21 years and intensified from category 1 cyclonic storm to category 5 super cyclone in less than 24 hours. एक दिन में ये इतना ज़्यादा इंटेंसिफाई हुआ है, क्या रीज़न है, तो मरीन हीट वेव. Amphan was also costliest tropical cyclone on the record in North Indian Ocean. Losses, economic losses approximately $14 billion in India alone. Also, you should know that Amphan was largest source of displacement in 2020 with 2.4 million displacement in India alone. The presence of strong marine heat wave beneath the track of cyclone with the extremely high anomalous sea surface temperature of more than 2.5 degrees Celsius that coincided with the cyclone track and facilitated its rapid intensification in short period. Straightforward, this should be mentioned in your answer. If suppose the question talks about Amphan, cyclone Amphan, and why it was more stronger, सुपर साइक्लोन है तो यूपीएससी उस पर क्वेश्चन जरूर पूछेगा. ओके, द टोटल लाइफ स्पैन ऑफ अम्फान ओवर द ओशन वाज 5 days as compared to cyclone Fani which was 7 days. but Fani did not turn into super cyclone as Amphan did. And the main difference was within these two cyclones was presence of marine heat wave in case of Amphan. It was not present in case of cyclone Fani. So remember this discussion for your mains examination as well as prelims examination, we can say. Now talking about this Dardanelles and Bosphorus Strait and Black Sea. Three important straits you should know. Strait is the narrow water channel connecting large two ocean bodies, that is called as strait. Look at this Black Sea, it is in news, Ukraine-Russia war is going on. This is Crimean Peninsula. This is Sea of Azov as marginal Sea of Black Sea, we can say. Now the strait connecting Sea of Azov and Black Sea is called as Kerch Strait, Kerch, Kerch Strait. Then this is Sea of Marmara between Black Sea and Aegean Sea. Aegean Sea is marginal sea of Mediterranean Sea. The strait connecting Black Sea and Sea of Marmara, it is Bosphorus Strait. While the strait connecting the Sea of Marmara with Aegean Sea, it is Dardanelles Strait. These two straits, actually the transport in Black Sea is governed by Montreux Convention 1936. The free movement of commercial ships in peacetime through the Bosphorus and Dardanelles Straits is let's say governed by this convention, and it grants Turkey the right to block warships in wartime if threatened. तो यहाँ से जाते वक्त, क्योंकि ये टर्की का पार्ट है ना, this is also part of Turkey, so it goes through the territory of Turkey, we can say. So that's why Turkey has been given these powers to rights to block the warships in wartime. And you should know that Turkey is part of NATO grouping. Turkey is part of NATO grouping. तो इसलिए रशिया को हमेशा टेंशन रहता है. And Black Sea is the one of the entry for the connection to the world from Russia. तो यहाँ से उसका जो भी export और सब चीज़ें होता है. It ensures Russia and other Black Sea countries get access to the straits so that they can seamlessly move both commercial and military vessels. तो जो Black Sea के countries है ना, जो कौन से adjoining countries है, ये भी पूछा जा सकता है आपको prelims में. Border countries, Russia, Ukraine, then we have Romania, Bulgaria, Turkey and Georgia. These are the borders having with the Black Sea. It also, this convention bans non-Black Sea countries' aircraft carriers and submarines from entering the waters of Black Sea. So you should be knowing about this convention also. Government tax, IT asset, tax assets of ICICI Bank as a critical infrastructure. Critical infrastructure and critical information infrastructure relates to cyber security. This needs to be protected as the information that is stored and shared through this information technology, we can say networks and infrastructure of critical establishment like nuclear power plant, banking system and the other establishments, we can say defense establishments. तो उनका जो भी डेटा होता है वो सिक्योर होना चाहिए, इसलिए उसको क्रिटिकल इंफॉर्मेशन इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डिक्लेयर किया जाता है. उसके लिए ज़्यादा मेजर्स होते हैं प्रोटेक्शन के लिए. This is declared under section 70 of IT Act 2000. Ministry also declared IT resources of HDFC Bank and National Payment Corporation of India as critical infrastructure along with ICICI Bank. Then Prime Minister Modi inaugurated revamped temple. Now some nitty-gritties you should know. This revamped, what you can say, excuse me. Okay, so revamped Mahakali temple, which was destroyed by 15th century Gujarat ruler Mahmud Begda. This is now renovated and it is inaugurated by Prime Minister. It is located in Pavagad Hill, Gujarat near Vadodara. Okay, so some aspects that are mentioned here. 11th century temple has been redeveloped with new spire and flag atop after dargah or a shrine which stood atop the temple for nearly 500 years was shifted with the consent of its caretakers. As per the historical details, temple said to have been destroyed by the 15th century Gujarat ruler Sultan Mahmud Begda, who had set up his capital in Champaner near Pavagadh after defeating Rajput rulers. Begda was the most prominent rulers of Gujarat Sultanate and had earned title Begda after conquering two main forts of Gujarat, Junagadh and Pavagadh. Okay, so Champaner district, you should know that Pavagadh hills are located there. It is said that during Begda's reign, the Sadan Shah Pir Dargah was built after the spire of temple was destroyed, and now the shrine has been shifted amicably, paving the way for redevelopment of temple with the spire and flag atop. This Pavagadh hill location is also tourist location in the nearby region in Gujarat. Pavagadh, Champaner Pavagadh Archaeological Park is located in the nearby region. That is UNESCO World Heritage Site declared in 2004. Along with that, near this temple there is Telia Lake or reservoir. Telia Lake or reservoir. तो आप जब फोटो देखोगे उस टेम्पल का तो वहाँ पे एक वाटर बॉडी दिखेगा, दैट इज तेलिया लेक. In the nearby region of Pavagadh Hills, there is famous and we can say old Jain temple located. Okay, Jain temple. So you should be knowing about the let's say geographical aspect as well as art and culture aspect. 11th century temple, name of the Sultan Mahmud Begda who destroyed this temple. ये सारी चीजें आपको पता होनी चाहिए. Then Amrit Sarovar mission could boost infrastructure projects. Okay, so yes, in a move that could expedite implementation of railway and highway projects across the country, the center has asked the Ministry of Railway and National Highway Authority to use the soil or silt excavated from the ponds and tanks in all districts under Amrit Sarovar mission for their infrastructure projects. तो इधर से पॉन्ड के लिए हम जो सॉइल एक्सकैवेट कर रहे हैं प्रोजेक्ट अमृत सरोवर से, वो सॉइल यूज करेगा जो हाईवे बांधने के लिए, ठीक है, और रेलवेज के लिए. द वाटर कंजर्वेशन मिशन लॉन्च बाय प्राइम मिनिस्टर ऑन 20th April this year aims to develop and rejuvenate 75 water bodies in each district in all states as a part of celebration of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, and at least 50,000 water bodies are expected to be rejuvenated during the nationwide program that would culminate on 15th August 2023. Okay, so you should remember that general managers of all zonal railways were told to nominate chief administrative officer as a nodal officer who could identify the nearest site of Amrit Sarovar to the ongoing railway project. ठीक है, तो now you have understood about Amrit Sarovar project. Tunisians oppose constitution referendum. All these people are protesting against the constitution referendum. Why? Because in opposition to referendum on a new constitution called by President Qais Said that would cement his hold on power. तो उनके पावर्स बढ़ाने के लिए ये constitution referendum amendment लाया है, तो people are opposing that. Where Tunisia is located? As a part of Mediterranean country, it is African country, North African country, border with Mediterranean Sea. You can see the map here, Tunisia. Okay, you should know that the Arab Spring started from this Tunisia, a small nation in North Africa, a decade ago in 2011, and that was at that time it was very much in news. Okay. The Tunis, you can see the capital city here, okay, and this is we can say the Bay of Gaba or Gabs. यहाँ recently जो है एक जो ship है वो drawn होके वहाँ पे oil spill हुआ था, उसकी वजह से भी वो news में था. The broader location you can see Mediterranean Sea. Okay, so which are all border countries having border with we can say Mediterranean Sea? So African countries, Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, Libya and Egypt. Now this particular part, there was question in this year's prelims examination. The 11th region sometimes in news is which of the following? So East Mediterranean coastal region, this Western Asia part, Middle East we call them, so that is actually 11th region. वो एग्जाम में आपको इस बार प्रीलिम्स में पूछा गया है. So among these countries, Israel, Lebanon, Syria and then Turkey is having border with, we can say, Mediterranean Sea. From the European countries, Greece, then Albania, then Montenegro, then we have Bosnia and Herzegovina, then we have we can say Italy is there, Croatia is there, then we have France on this side, then Vatican City separately we can say as a country, and France is also there, and Spain on this side. Okay, so these are all having border with Mediterranean Sea nation. Fine. So remember all these countries and locations, they are part of, we can say, prelims examination mapping part. Prime Minister launches slew of projects in Gujarat. So which projects have been launched? New 375 km Palanpur Mother section of dedicated freight corridor track. Foundation stone for redevelopment of Surat, Udna, Somnath and Sabarmati railway station. Then ahead of assembly, let's say elections, Mukhyamantri Matru Shakti Yojana nutrition scheme for pregnant and nursing mothers have been announced. Basically this scheme will see monthly supply of 2 kg of chickpeas, 1 kg of yellow tur dal, 1 kg of edible oil free of cost from Anganwadi centers for 3 years. Okay, so what should be answer to this question? See how we have framed the options this year prelims examination. Several questions were like only 1 pair, only 2 pair, only 3, only 4 pairs, or all 4 pairs are correct. ऐसे question framing हुआ है. So you don't have the scope of elimination method to be used here. So you need to know exactly where these let's say straits are located. We have to find the correctly matched pairs. So Bosphorus Strait, Aegean Sea and Sea of Marmara. Rather this is Dardanelles Strait. Dardanelles Strait connects Aegean Sea to Sea of Marmara. And Bosphorus Strait connects, we can say that, the Black Sea with Sea of Marmara. Bosphorus Strait जो था वो Black Sea जो है Sea of Marmara को connect करता है. Kerch Strait connects Sea of Azov to Black Sea. This is correctly matched. So only 1 pair is correctly matched here. Okay, fine. So these are the important articles from today's The Hindu newspaper. Fine. Thank you.
Welcome to Lukmaan IAS. Study General Studies with Lukmaan IAS for building comprehensive knowledge. GS paper 2 and 4 will be taken by S. Ansari and other papers will be covered by renowned faculties. Live classes are as effective as offline classes. The classes are highly interactive in nature. Your doubts and queries will be addressed and there will be dictation of notes. In the last 10 years, Lukmaan IAS has set up a niche in the field of UPSC guidance.